welcome to Parnell Park on this Saturday afternoon. We're here for the go-ahead Dublin Senior Football Championship semi-final clash between Kilmacud Crokes, the defending champions, and Raheny. Throw-in is fast approaching in about 5 minutes' time at 5:15. Lots to look forward to in this particular encounter. Kilmacud Crokes, of course, looking to make their way back to the final once again, and Raheny on a fine run in this year's championship, looking to get to the decider for the first time since 1970. So lots of potential storylines to emerge over the next hour and a half or so. Paul Clark, you're alongside me for this one as well, and I suppose it's fair to say that Crokes, obviously the favourites as defending champions coming through, but Raheny have some momentum.
Yeah, indeed. Start of the campaign, a lot of people would have gone for Crokes, that they would win again, and they'd be gone about their business just nicely, topping off the group, and just doing enough to get by on the scoreline. Not a bad victory against Ballymun the last day, 14 points to 10. Spread of scores right through the whole team. Efficient and effective. Sounds boring, but it's just what Crokes do, and they get the job done, and all credit to them. They've done it for a number of years, and they stick by it and they believe it. Raheny, there's a new breed of players coming through. It's based on the back of your Brian Fentons and your Sean McMahons, and unfortunately Brian Howard is not playing, but then you have Rob Henley come into the group, and they have shown a bit of form, and you've got to give great credit to them. They went to a relegation playoff last year, only getting 1 point in their championship run. They won that relegation playoff. They got back down to the nitty-gritty of league football, and they've had an okay campaign. But they're now fighting in the semi-final to get into a club final, which they haven't been in 50 plus years. And there's a lot of tradition there. Raheny is in a community. It is a community. That's the name of the club, and that's where they're from, and they'd have a lot of pride in that, as much as Kilmacud Crokes are from an area of Stillorgan. But Raheny have nothing to lose here. I'm sure if you asked them, or you said to them at the start of the year, look lads, would you take a club semi-final, they would absolutely. And they'd probably ask me, how did we get here? But they have. And I really hope that they put in a great performance.
Well, there's the Raheny team there, Paul, and lots of familiar names there obviously, but we have seen Brian Howard out there, of course. He's been out injured for a little while, but they still have plenty of county experience, and you mentioned Brian Fenton in the centre of the park will have a big role to play today. Rob Henley as well at Mayo and goal.
Yeah, Brian, the two Brians at midfield are a midfield partnership. They're a proper midfield partnership. I think they're going to have to have a strong day today, and will cause Kilmacud Crokes a bit of trouble.
And let's take a check on the Crokes team as well. Some notable absentees, you could say, from this lineup, the likes of Shane Walsh and Craig Diaz as well, not part of that starting 15, but still loads of quality there in terms of Kilmacud Crokes starting 15, Paul.
Yeah, Craig Diaz has been out, I think, for a number of weeks now. I don't remember him playing. The last game that I covered here was the last group game, and he hasn't been here. And they had a bit of a change around midfield. Andy McGowan was away in the States and is back, and has obviously gained his fitness back. If that's their midfield partnership, they'll have a right battle on their hands to play at midfield. But I do know Mark O'Leary has played midfield before, and Andy McGowan could easily slot in at centre back or full back, or he could go into wing back to allow Mark O'Leary to go to midfield. Up front it looks very similar and very effective, and a lot of workers, a lot of leaders in there, and they're going to have to play well to win this game today.
And here's the subs lineup now. Shane Walsh is listed among the subs. We were watching the warm-up there, Paul, and we couldn't quite spot Shane Walsh from what we could see anyway from our vantage point.
And normally it's the gate run that you'd see, and the white boots, and I'm not too sure if he is actually there floating around, and if that's the case,
we pause for a moment's silence. So almost set to go now at Parnell Park, and sides making their way towards their respective positions. Now we were just keeping an eye out there again, Paul, for Shane Walsh. It looks like he might be there.
Yeah, I think with the white boots and the red bib, but am I right in saying it looks like he has one of those protective masks on, perhaps? Maybe that's not why he's not starting today. And I also noticed in the warm-up, you had Darren Mullen was kicking frees and practicing his frees, so he may be on the right-footed frees for Crokes today, and obviously Paul Mannion being on the left-footed frees.
Mannion looks to have started here at centre forward. He's gone to the 40 just away to our right-hand side. There's a slight breeze in favour of Kilmacud Crokes in this first half. They're playing that dominantly white jersey in the early stages here as Brian Fenton gets the ball for Raheny and gets us underway. Our match referee is Colin McCarthy. Fenton involved in the early passages here as Sean Grennan now takes it forward for Raheny, attacking that goal away to our left-hand side in those maroon jerseys. Ball back outside to Brian Talty.
Liam Flappman's after starting for Kilmacud Crokes, and was in the group warming up, and Mark O'Leary went straight to midfield with Rory O'Carroll, with Andy McGowan going to half back. Just see who Crokes have left in.
Good start here from Raheny as they score at the end of it. There is. It's Darren Lunny who has kicked that one. Fenton and Talty combined, and Darren Lunny kicks it over, and Raheny lead by a point to no score. Good start for the underdogs coming into this one. Crokes getting things back underway pretty quickly with a short kick out taken by Conor Ferris. Now he's back in possession again. Raheny happy enough just to sit off here and allow the goalkeeper come forward. Now it's with Mark O'Leary being shown the sideline by Brian Fenton. Still Crokes in possession. McNamara applying the pressure there for Raheny, the corner back. All the way across now to James Murphy for Kilmacud Crokes, looking up for ball inside perhaps. There's a couple of extra defenders back there for Raheny. And now Murphy still in possession, back outside to Paul Mannion. And he might try one here off the left. There is a little bit of a breeze behind him, trying to get inside the challenges, manages to weave inside, but just outnumbered by Raheny, and the Raheny men have made a good start. Now there's nobody forward in a maroon jersey, that's why the wing forward Alan McLaughlin has to turn back for support. Fenton has got it again. Here come the runners. Full forward Sean Grennan allowed to take this one forward. He has options to his right hand side if he wants them. Goes for the shots and just about squeezes it over the bar. What a start this is for Raheny. 2 minutes played and they lead by 2 points to no score.
Yeah, 2 nice scores, well taken. Player stood off. I think it's Aidan Jones has missed out in defence for Liam Flappman to come in. So Liam Flappman is a player with a lot of talent, a lot of potential a couple of years ago, and he struggles with hamstring injury. So I hope he's fit and strong, and it's great to see him start again for Crokes.
Raheny have got the ball again. Sean Grennan plays it inside. Fenton might try a shot here off the left. Brian Fenton just hanging that one out to the left and holds his hand up in apology as well. But the last 3 attempts on goal, 2 scores for Raheny. Crokes will take the kick out quickly. Referee just wasn't happy that was taken properly, so we'll have a second go at it.
Shane Cunningham is wearing number 29, that is normal number 11 jersey.
Long ball driven in to the inside line, well gathered by Hugh Kenny. This should be a good chance here for Kenny and Kilmacud Crokes to get themselves off the mark. Kicks that one in and kicks it over the bar. So good start here to this one. Hugh Kenny getting Crokes' first point of the match in the 4th minute, and 2 points to 1 is the latest score. Rob Henley picks out Brian Fenton. Fenton wastes little time, but well, he hasn't connected with that one at all. Well, straight into the stand. Line ball right in front of the Kilmacud backroom team, which includes Bernard Flynn of Meath, helping out the Kilmacud Crokes management. for this campaign as Conor Ferris takes it forward. Raheny pushing up here, trying to squeeze up. And it's James O'Kane gets involved. The football finds its way now to Dan O'Brien. There's no extra player back in the defence for Raheny this time. Crokes are still playing around the middle. And now it finds its way to Andy McGowan. Ferris has come forward to offer himself as an option. And here go Crokes again. Theo Clancy. Lots of possession, but Raheny edging it on the scoreboard so far. Comes inside as far as Liam Flatman. O'Carroll. And now the wing forward Shane Horan. Corner back is Dan O'Brien. Raheny setting up their defensive shape. Fenton is organising things down there as Crokes now. Nearly every player is in the Raheny half of the field now as Cian O'Connor looking to send it forward for Kilmacud Crokes. Good ball inside. Now, is that a free? Looks like a high challenge. The referee had the arm up for advantage, and the free is the end decision. So this is a good chance now, you would think, for Paul Mannion to convert after Hugh Kenny was fouled. Paul.
Yeah, you know, patient build up, hand passes going to hand, foot passes to in front of the player. You know, it's really good play. It's going to take a lot of energy from Raheny to try and counteract that and play at that type of standard, because you know Crokes don't make many mistakes, and you know they're going to have to keep the scoreboard ticking over, keep making tackles, catching balls to give their team that energy to stay in this game.
Kicked over by Paul Mannion, so 2 points apiece. Crokes back on level terms, and Raheny now keeping the ball. It's found its way back to Rob Henley again. He was very involved in the warm-up there as well for Raheny, so expect him to play a sweeper keeper role, as his opposite number Ferris is doing down the other end for Crokes. That's a good ball across, and Raheny are finding the way through here again. Perhaps they will with Darren Byrne. He just lost his footing, but it's still with James O'Kane now down in that corner. Has to bring it back outside. Fenton will take a hold of it. Still there for Raheny, and it comes all very congested. Centre forward Paddy Reid gets involved. Fenton again. And now Ben McHugh. Jack Fagan. And now Cian Ivers. Well, he's high pass inside, looking for the run, but two Crokes defenders there. They get a hold of it. Shane Horan now for Crokes, bringing them down the other end. We just have to wait for players just to get back into their positions. And we come back to repel that particular attack. It's found its way to Aidan Jones. He's being told by teammates to keep driving forward. Mannion, lots of time to pick out a pass, but well, the run inside was just checked at the last minute, and that's a pretty easy turnover for Raheny to win back. But they might just give the ball back here. But almost coming in on it was James Murphy, the cornerback. Now Raheny down the middle. Fenton. It's the hand pass away, big hit. James O'Kane, but he's managed to hold his standing. And now with the corner forward, Darren Lunny kicked a point already. Lunny allowed the time here to swing the left boot at it, but that's just clearing away from the goal. Good for Raheny's second white.
Yeah, they get on the pitch fairly quickly. Again, this is Kilmacud Crokes not panicking in any shape or form. They know what they're doing, and they know how they want to get it done. Raheny, they've had two wides. Brian Fenton's had a wide, that's another wide too. They are kicking into maybe a slight breeze, actually, probably less than what the first game was. But every opportunity's got to count.
Here come Crokes again, ball inside. Dan O'Brien found a pocket of space now. They're looking for a free here, Crokes. They're not going to get it. Good defending from Raheny. They had 3 or 4 bodies around the ball, and they win the turnover. Dan O'Brien, Dean McNamara now playing it out, and he's just getting back up onto his feet for Crokes. Not involved just yet in this particular passage of play. Forward it goes to Sean Grennan. 14, but all the way back inside his own half. Darren Byrne. Fenton just about gets away from the challenge, gets away from a second one as well. Brennan has come to take the pass. Fenton now again, can he get the room to swing a shot? Well, he instead goes with the hand pass. Raheny down through the middle. Is there a score? Oh, it's off the upright. The shot came in from Rutherson Rail and smacks off the upright. Good build-up play from Raheny.
Good build-up, yeah. Pace and power. Brian coming through there and missed the hand pass off. I don't know, there was a little touch on that. They're going to block and hit the post. But again, it's that three in a row now that they have to score 3 opportunities. And they're going to need them.
Yeah, you feel they'll need every score they can get here today, Raheny. As Paul Mannion looking to go at the challenge here. Still Mannion. And now he might be within shooting range. Back it comes. And Crokes now switching the angle of attack. Comes to James Murphy. He's got the space here. Certainly a shot on if he wants it. Plays it off instead to Shane Hoare. Dan O'Brien. Inside to Hoare. Again, good tackling from Raheny. Hoare under a little bit of pressure. And Raheny sense a turnover might be on here. In fairness to Theo Clancy, did really well under pressure. Mannion again. Back there helping out is Paddy Reid. Now a chance for the shot coming in. High trajectory on this one. That has gone to the left and wide for Kilmacud Crokes. Head off for them. Shane Cunningham is wearing that number 29 jersey. And now Raheny trying to go on the counter, but Theo Clancy had anticipated that one well.
Great kick out, great take. So he did play the mark and whatever he was doing, and then just didn't have him too emotionally involved in the catching. He wasn't calm enough to find his own player. You know, it's an easy turnover. That just doesn't help the cause.
Now, ball down for Kilmacud Crokes. Mannion has the room to shoot here. I think he likes the look of that one. And Paul Mannion has found the target. Really good kick. And Crokes lead 3-2 after 12 minutes.
Andy McGillmay thought he was going to take a chance, but when you seen Paul just peeling off the outside, best man to give it him in that situation.
Henley driving the kick out long. There's quite a few Crokes players over here, but in fairness to Brian Taldy, he did really, really well. Ball finds its way to Sean Grenham. Drives it down. Again, Clancy, the full-back, does well. And Crokes sweep up possession. They're just growing into this now, you feel. The defending champions. Horan is looking up for a ball inside. Well, he's gone very, very high. This is one for Raheny to try and deal with. They haven't. Well, they have now. How about that for defending? It looked like the forward had got the hands on the ball. And all the way back there was Darren Byrne, who did enough.
If he did win that, you're looking at a goal all day long. I thought he had it, then I thought the forward had it, and it ends up back in his hand. So, a great take.
Now, Henley has come out to take a hold of it, and Raheny, well, they had 2 scores in the very early stages, but having troubled the scoreboard since then. They'd love to get things moving in that direction once more. Darren Byrne, forward to Brian Talty. Raheny on the attack. Reid, the centre forward. Can he work a yard or two to get a shot? Instead goes with the hand pass. Real is caught in possession. And again, that's something you really can't afford to do against a team of Crokes' calibre, but then they may return the ball here because they've been unable to get a hold of it. Looks like Cunningham there, and he took a pretty hefty knock as well. Possibly collided with someone over there as well.
He actually may have had his head off the hoarding. It is the danger. Unfortunately, Parnell Park, that the sideline is so close to the wall, and even though he did take out one of the selectors with his legs, but his head continued on. Unfortunate enough, there's a Raheny guy right beside him. Physio to see him. Seems to be sitting up and okay now.
Yeah, let's hope nothing serious there for Shane Cunningham, and thankfully he's all right. So line ball, 3 points to 2 as we approach the midway point of the first half in this go-ahead Dublin Senior 1 Football Championship semi-final. The Other game between St Jude's and Ballyboden St Enda's takes place tomorrow afternoon. That'll be live for you as well on Dubs TV. Earlier on, Clontarf qualified for the go-ahead Dublin Senior 2 Football Championship final with a 2-10 to 12 points win over Naomh Barrow in the first of today's double-header here at Dublin GAA HQ, as Fenton, trying to get away from a couple of defenders, finds the run of Darren Byrne. Byrne sees his progress halted, has to turn back towards his own goal. Ben McHugh back to Rob Henley.
Crokes won't mind the ball going back to Rob Henley, and what they will probably try and do is set up a little trap for him, show him the wing, and if he goes down there to try and trap him into turning over possession.
Raheny making some progress this time. Byrne now driving forward. Reid has come to get involved. Back to Darren Lunny. Grenham just hesitated on that one, and that may cost him possession, and it has. Kilmacud Crokes coming in on it. Andy McGowan doing really well, and Crokes have it back again. Well, Raheny have enjoyed a lot of possession, but after that fast start, they really do need to get scores on the board quickly, you feel. Kilmacud Crokes looking to do likewise at the other end. Potentially a goal on there for Darren Mullen, but he settles for the point, and probably the right option in the end, and they lead 4 points to 2 now. Fenton has stayed back there just to take the short kick out. Good running here from the full-back, Sean McMahon, driving at this Kilmacud Crokes defence. Nice hand pass over the top as well. There might be a goal chance on here. Well, it's going to be another fisted point. That's Cian Ivers, who is happy enough to fist it over. That's a good score, and a much needed score for Raheny.
And that's what Sean McMahon does really, really well. He's such a strong ball carrier. He's very efficient in the soling. And there might have been questions before whether what the finished article is with him, but that was a great pass on the inside, and a well taken score.
So 1 point the margin again, as Shane Hoare just caught in possession, but he'll get it back at the second attempt now. Being pursued there by Sean Grenham. Oh, Grenham does well, and Raheny have it back. Now, can they make a count on the scoreboard? Fenton moves it on quickly. Darren Lunny. Run coming on the inside is from Ben McHugh. McMahon again, and now with James O'Kane. Gets away from Theo Clancy, then Clancy gets the long left arm in there to win it back. Mannion is going to send this one forward quickly, and the defender has tried to read this one, and he's read it brilliantly. Really good work from Jack Fagan. Came a long way to get on the end of that ball.
We're seeing some excellent tackling in the last couple of minutes there, and great defensive play. Really, really key not to give away any frees, and it's been fine work with both teams.
Now, can Raheny level things up here as half-time comes into view at Parnell Park? Fenton spreads that one wide. Grenham is going over there to offer assistance. Oh, big hit. Now, Grenham was a fair one, says the referee. Mannion was the man with the physical challenge. He's getting the applause of some of the members of the backroom team for Kilmacud Crokes down there. Still Raheny, though, retain possession. Brian Talton, really athletic player in the centre of the park for Raheny. Brian Talton gets it back again. Just so hard to break down Kilmacud Crokes in this defensive shape. McMahon is the man to do it. So powerful with ball in hand. It's still McMahon going forward, and he fists it over again. Raheny are level, 4 points apiece after 19 minutes.
Yeah, the finished article, that's again great from Sean. Great, strong running. Question is, what's at the end of it? And we got a score there for him, and well worth it, and fair play to him.
Crokes have been good off their own kick out so far. They found Rory O'Carroll that time, Conor Ferris did, and now lots of space here for Mark O'Leary. He's just being invited here to take on a shot. Well, he's hit the post. It's just curled away too much. Raheny gave him a lot of space, but O'Leary unable to convert. Raheny fortunate not to concede. Now Talty has it in the middle. But this match is finally poised. Raheny pretty happy with their start, would you say, Paul?
Yeah, we said to stay in the game was their big thing, and do the simple things and do them well. And they have been doing that. So no, I think they're happy with their lot. 20 minutes into the game, 4 all.
4 points apiece. That's going to be a free for Kilmacud Crokes. Just inside their own 65-metre line. And now they have the chance to build up once again.
I do believe at some stage they're going to need probably a goal in this game, you know, Raheny to do that. And I know they put up a huge score line, 7-14 or something like that against Lucan earlier on in the group stages. And no, I do think that they're going to need the goals to make a difference.
High kick sent in, but not quite sure it'll have the required accuracy. It's just gone wide from the right boot of Andy McGowan. And Raheny get away without conceding another point. So both teams probably guilty of coughing up a chance or two so far, with 9 minutes to go now to half-time at Parnell Park. The GA president Larry McCarthy among the attendants here today. He met the match officials prior to throw-in. Ball picked up by Darren Byrne. Brian Talty. Darren Byrne again. Grenham has come out, and now Sean McMahon once more. He's made a fine start here. Fenton had a shot earlier on. Fenton didn't quite come off. That was off the left boot, not far from where he's standing right now, just to left of your picture. Meantime, play continues, but the referee has brought it back for the free. There was a foul earlier on in that passage of play, and this is a very, very good chance for Raheny to move in front.
This will be Rob Henley's range anyway. He scored 4 points the last day. Very important to what Raheny do. I think he was his top scorer the last day. So, you know, well in his range and his experience of situations like this. So, great asset to have on the Raheny side.
Henley, a stalwart for Mayo over the years, as he eyes up this angle. It's a fairly central position, as you can see. Certainly will have the distance. Drives the right boot through that one, and he was turning back towards his own goal almost as quickly as he struck it. Rob Henley puts Raheny in front here, 5 points to 4. And there was a little bit of a breeze for the first match, but it's virtually calm now, so it won't have any sort of an impact, you would feel, unless it picks up a little bit more. But it was having a bit of an impact on the shots being taken in the first match. That hand pass just a little bit in front of Liam Flatman. Then Talty goes in with the shoulder. No need really to do that one, you would feel.
No need. The ball is going towards the sideline. It's Liam Flatman, your corner back going down. No need to do that at all. It's an easy decision for the referee.
And that gives the chance to Paul Mannion to try and kick this one out. Really difficult angle. He's not too far from the sideline, but a player of Mannion's calibre will fancy this one. Left-footed kick, looks good. Oh, it's just been palmed away by Brian Fenton. That one might have just crept over the crossbar, rather, had Fenton not been there. So away Raheny go again. That's a couple of chances Crokes have coughed up in the last couple of attacks.
That was probably the most difficult of the whole lot from that range. But I don't think he struck her as well as he'd liked. Brian knocking it down, like a bit risky. Could have been Crokes players coming in, but fortunate enough to get away with it.
Yeah, that's a good ball inside, picked up by the corner forward, Cian Ivers, and he's got the mark. So here's a chance now for Raheny to open up a 2-point gap, and with half-time fast approaching, all of a sudden they could be in a very, very good position heading for the break. Ivers has popped that one over. How about that for a point from Cian Ivers?
And I don't know why Raheny don't have a little bit more of that, little bit more of a threat inside, get that ball inside, you know, maybe create that goal that we talked about.
Sean McMahon is having a storming first half, and he's after gathering possession there for Raheny. Now can they make a count on the scoreboard again? Paddy Reid picks it up down in the corner. Darren Lunny. Raheny motoring well here at Parnell Park. Is there a famous result for them on the cards? Is there a huge shock on the cards in terms of Kilmacud Crokes being knocked out? Well, there's a long way left to go. Raheny looking to find a way through. Ivers was under real pressure that time from Rory O'Carroll. Some shouts from the Raheny supporters that was a free, but referee Colin McCarthy happy enough that everything was legal and above board. Mark O'Leary for Crokes with 5 minutes to go to half time. Paul Mannion. Still Mannion. 3 defenders there showing him the line, but he plays it back as far as Cian O'Connor. Here's Andy McGowan trying to get away from Paddy Reid. Reid is sticking to his task diligently. Still there for Crokes. Cian O'Connor. Shane Horan. Very tidy on possession, Shane Horan. Key member of this Crokes team now. As full forward, Dara Mullen forced back towards his own goal. It's all very congested now. Raheny have really clogged up that area inside the 45. Mannion only needs a yard though with that left boot. He's looking up for a ball inside. Nothing on just yet. Raheny applying the pressure in the challenge. Andy McGowan. Now Paul Mannion. Just outside the 45. Will Mannion have the distance here? And Raheny does well to block that one away. Raheny survive once more, and Kilmacud Crokes finding it difficult here to get a score.
Andy McGowan and Paul Mannion having a few words. I don't think Andy was too happy with that shot selection. Definitely not the execution only because it dropped short.
And that's 3 or 4 attacks now in a row that Crokes have been unable to provide any end product from their efforts further out the field. Here's a long ball in from Raheny, a rather wild delivery straight to Cian O'Connor for Crokes. Now a bit more purpose about them coming forward this time, more pace. Good run off the shoulder from Dan O'Brien. No one in front of him though in terms of a ball inside. Has to go across the field of play. That's an attacking mark, but they opt to keep it moving forward. Dara Mullen plays it back outside. This is good build-up play, surely. Is there a score here? No, that's been dragged to the left and wide. Raheny certainly feel that they're in a game here and in a pretty good position too.
Yeah, they're playing with that energy that we felt that they needed to have. You know, they had moments where they're trying to force a little bit, but the last few, you know, contests where there's been one-on-one, balls being played off, they're being coming in late, they're being physical, they're being strong about it. You know, they're certainly in it. It takes a lot of energy to play against Kilmacud Crokes, and you know, at the moment Raheny are showing loads of it.
They certainly are. 2 minutes to go to half time, and well, if they could take a 2-point lead in at the break, they'd be thrilled with their efforts in the opening 30. Brian Fenton. Oh, that's a great ball inside towards Reid. Lovely hand in though from Theo Clancy. And then the break tidied up by Mark O'Leary. Well, then Crokes guilty of coughing up the possession very, very cheaply indeed. Can Raheny profit from that in terms of a score? Here's Brian Talty. Dinks it inside us towards Reid again. That just central channel is so congested at both ends of the field. Fenton here, standing solo. Comes back out again to Darren Byrne. Ben McHugh. And now James O'Kane. Just hesitates on possession, but he does well to keep a hold of it under real pressure. Now Sean McMahon, arguably the player of this first half. McMahon through a couple of challenges. Is there a score here again? There is. Raheny have got it, and it's Darren Lunny to finish it off. McMahon involved. And Raheny lead by 3.
Yeah, deservedly so. They're being more efficient and effective, and key players that we mentioned before the game, Brian Talty, Brian Fenton and Sean McMahon, have been very, very good for them.
What a ball that is to Paul Mannion. They need a score, Crokes. Can Mannion provide it? This time turns down the shot, plays it inside as far as Mark O'Leary. O'Leary will take it on, and that looks good from here. And Mark O'Leary has got it. It's a badly needed score for Kilmacud Crokes. We don't say that too often. 7 points to 5 as we head for added time.
The amount of time it takes for Raheny to work the ball up, the amount of passes to be got to get a score, and yet Crokes can do it in 2 or 3 and be so effective. Keeper came right up the pitch and trying to push the whole team forward and on to attack that kick out. But he was showing energy, but the rest of the team weren't.
Now, some of the Crokes players are saying that ball shouldn't have gone back to Rob Penalty because Brian Talty had possession, but I'm not sure was Talty the initial recipient of that kick out. Well, maybe the Crokes players are still complaining about that, but play continues. Darren Byrne taking it forward. Here's the full forward, Sean Grennan, got a point earlier on. Advantage given. There was a late hit just as that ball was given away. And then the whistle sounds for the free. Henley's come forward to take this one. Now this is from a very, very long way out. This would be an almighty kick if he got it from here, but may well be at half time now.
These are the type of kicks that win All Irelands.
Yeah. And in a tight game like this, having a free taker of Henley's capabilities from such a long way out, certainly of benefit to Raheny, but well, this is it. This is an almighty distance out, just inside the 65-metre line.
Yeah, we know he can kick at this distance off a tee because he's well able to do that. But don't forget, then he'd be bringing the ball out to the, a lot further.
Correct.
So I'd have to guess this is right on his limits. May prove me wrong.
This could well be the last action of the first half. He really has struck that one well. That's some kick from Rob Henley. He did have the distance, but not quite the accuracy, and it is the final action of a very entertaining first half in the go-ahead Senior 1 Football Championship semi-finals. Kilmacud Crokes, the defending champions, trailing at the break. It's Raheny 7 points to 5, and Paul Clark, Raheny in a very good position here.
Yeah, no, they're playing well. Henley's doing his job. He's out there coming up and kicking scores. He's finding players on their kickouts. Sean McMahon has shown huge energy from that centre half back position that he's sort of holding and coming from there, creating scores for others and taking his own scores. Brian Fenton, the master of everyone, and he's playing a fine game. And Brian Talty beside him, same thing. Crokes won't be too concerned at this moment in time. They'd be disappointed by their standards if they're going to look at their stats as to what return they've got from possession and shooting accuracy. But there'd be no roaring and shouting there as normal. Kilmacud Crokes mentors stay on the pitch and let the players do everything inside.
Let's take a check on some of the highlights from the first half, Paul. Plenty to pick apart. Brian Fenton played this ball into Brian Talty in the early stages, and the point was finished off by Darren Lunny for Raheny. And then they got a second point to move 2 in front in the early moments. This was Sean Grennan, the full forward, and that one just about had enough behind it to make its way over the bar. Then Crokes hit back with a free at the other end to get themselves motoring. There's one from Paul Mannion. But Raheny had started the game well. Then Crokes started to take a little bit of control. Paul Mannion kicking that one in and over the bar to send them in front at 3 points to 2. And at this stage you may have thought that Crokes might push on. This was the full forward Dara Mullen taking the point with the fist, but then there was a similar one at the other end. Sean McMahon wearing 3 has been highly impressive for Raheny, and this one was finished by the impressive Cian Ivers. And Raheny kept at it. This is McMahon again, which you picked out as a feature of that first half, Paul. That driving run, and that one was palmed over the bar. And Rob Henley sent his team in front at 5 points to 4. Mannion took on this free. May well have crept over, but Brian Fenton was back there to claw it away. And then Cian Ivers with a mark down in the corner there. That was a really good point to help Raheny keep their lead. Then McMahon involved in this one again. Darren Lundy sending it over the bar. And then the final action in that first half in terms of scoring was Mark O'Leary with a battling in the score for Kilmacud just to close the gap down to 2 points at half-time. So there's the half-time picture at Parnell Park. Raheny 7 points, Kilmacud Crokes 5 points in this go-ahead Dublin Senior 1 Football Championship semi-final. Just before we wrap up for half-time, just to tell you about the Go-Ahead Dublin GAA Club Awards for 2023, the Go-Ahead Ireland Referee Recognition Award and the Go-Ahead Ireland Club Community Spirit Award. Both awards being awarded this year, and you can find details of that scheme on the Dublin GAA website. DublinGAA.ie will give you all you need to know there, and to provide your nominations as well. And submissions must be sent in by the 12th of November in 2023, and the winners will be announced in early December. But at half-time at Parnell Park, it's Raheny leading Kilmacud Crokes by 7 points to 5. We'll be back with the second half very shortly indeed.
We met down at Fairview, and Kieran's brother was a friend of my brother's. We met through them, so when I was coming up to the Debs, I invited Kieran to my Debs. He asked me to marry him, and I said yes, so long as our firstborn child played for Vincent's. And he said, okay, grand. It's great to have our family involved as well. I suppose if the kids weren't as interested in it as we were, it'd be very tough on us.
Kieran's are playing Vincent's. The tension in the house is gas. Mum is obviously Vincent's and Dad is Kieran, so Mum always claims that she'll give John steak for dinner and she won't feed Kevin. It's always a bit of a laugh, but I suppose no one takes it too seriously.
She had her hands full. She could have got the job as a bus driver. The amount of dropping off and picking up she did from matches around. Leaving some matches early to go to another match to make sure she got the end of that, or make sure we all got the same amount of attention. There was no favourites.
It means everything. I don't know what we do without it, to be fair. We eat, drink and sleep it.
It's always through the family like the rest of us. There's not enough supporting words, I'd say.
I know my whole life at this rate.
We're very proud parents. That's a huge achievement to have 100% of your family still playing. We're proud of them all, every one of them.
My name is Niamh Heatherton.
My name is John Heatherton. I'm Kieran Heatherton.
I'm Patsy Heatherton, and as a family,
Our roots are set in the GAA.
Ground Force probably is the absolute heart of this club, both in their ethos, the amount of work they do, and just the pure love they have for Naomh Marnoga and the GAA in general. In simplest terms, we probably couldn't function without Ground Force.
I suppose the GAA was always a bit more than hitting the ball or hitting the schlitter, you know, and it gave a great sense of community to people.
I suppose at my age, fear of retirement, worried about the unknown, what am I going into a home under my wife's feet all the time or something like that, and then we just got this men's initiative started off. We feel that we're giving something back to the club that gave so much to us. We come up here on a rotary basis and line pitches, cut grass. It kind of empowers us as well if we feel valued.
We're all friends, we're all retired, we're all around the same age group. Some of us have nothing outside of our work, and Ground Force has been a big change for everybody from the mental well-being point of view. It's really, really important and really significant, and there is great camaraderie amongst the group.
So I think there's about 30 odd men in this initiative that comes up to the club and has a chat, and the coffee is important as well. We sort out the world, Dad.
Yeah. Or well, most of it.
Yeah.
That's what it means to me, just achievement and pride.
My first memory of GAA would probably have been in Crokes Park with my father. That would be in the early 1950s.
as a young lad brought down to watch one of my brother's matches.
Playing under 10 hurling, and I say hurling, not camogie, because I played on the boys team.
My feeling about the GAA was more a social one than a games one, because I thought it was a great way for all the kids to get to know each other.
Mum and Dad always brought us up to have each other's backs. We'd all go to each other's matches. No matter what we were doing or playing, we'd all support each other. I'm playing for the club 37 years, I think now, but I also coached my two daughters' teams.
It's great. It really is a great feeling to have the kids down there. And now all of their friends are beginning to come from the same community and the same focus on the club, so it's a mirror of what happened to me in my childhood, I suppose.
We made more friends down the years and had more fun down the years than ever we would anywhere else.
Mum fostered that through us as well. She was chief bottle washer. She'd have jerseys upon jerseys out in the line.
3 of my offspring are married, and they met their better halves through the club.
The friends and relationships I got out of it. Looking back, that was really what the GAA was about. Community, about building relationships with people. My name is Mick Galvin.
My name is Mary Galvin.
My name is Phil Galvin, and my family roots are in St Bridget's GAA Club.
We met down in Fairview, and Kieran's brother was a friend of my brother's. We met through them, so when I was coming up to the Devs, I invited Kieran to my Devs. He asked me to marry him, and I said yes, so long as our firstborn child played for Vincent's. And he said, okay, grand. It's great to have our family involved as well. I suppose if the kids weren't as interested in it as we were, it'd be very tough on us.
Kieran's are playing Vincent's. The tension in the house is gas. Mum is obviously Vincent's and Dad is Kieran, so Mum always claims that she'll give John steak for dinner and she won't feed Kevin. But it's always a bit of a laugh, but I suppose no one takes it too seriously.
She had her hands full. She could have got the job as a bus driver. The amount of dropping off and picking up she did from matches around. Leaving some matches early to go to another match to make sure she got the end of that, or make sure we all got the same amount of attention. There was no favourites.
It means everything. I don't know what we do without it, to be fair. We eat, drink and sleep it.
It's always through the family like the rest of us. There's not enough supporting words, I'd say.
I know my whole life at this rate.
We're very proud parents. That's a huge achievement to have 100% of your family still playing. We're proud of them all, every one of them.
My name is Niamh Heatherton.
My name is John Heatherton. I'm Kieran Heatherton.
I'm Patsy Heatherton, and as a family,
our roots are set in the GAA.
Ground Force probably is the absolute heart of this club, both in their ethos, the amount of work they do, and just the pure love they have for Dave Marnoga and the GAA in general. In simplest terms, we probably couldn't function without Ground Force.
I suppose the GAA was always a bit more than hitting the ball or hitting the schlitter, you know, and it gave a great sense of community to people.
I suppose at my age, fear of retirement, worried about the unknown, what am I going into a home under my wife's feet all the time or something like that, and then we just got this men's initiative started off. We feel that we're giving something back to the club that gave so much to us. We come up here on a rotary basis and line pitches, cut grass. It kind of empowers us as well if we feel valued.
We're all friends, we're all retired, we're all around the same age group. Some of us have nothing outside of our work, and Ground Force has been a big change for everybody from the mental well-being point of view. It's really, really important and really significant, and there is great camaraderie amongst the group.
So I think there's about 30 odd men in this initiative that comes up to the club and has a chat, and the coffee is important as well. We sort out the world, Dad.
Yeah. Or well, most of it.
Yeah.
That's what it means to me, just achievement and pride.
Now, welcome back to Parnell Park as we get ready for the second half here. The go-ahead Dublin Senior 1 Football Championship semi-final between Kilmacud Crokes and Raheny. Raheny leading by 2 points at half-time. Now, the big news to tell you from half-time is that Shane Walsh has been introduced on the Kilmacud Crokes team, and he's sporting quite a significant, it looks like, mask on his face. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we're just getting some close-ups of it as well, and it looks like quite a significant kind of facial mask, Paul.
Yeah, it looks like something that goes across forehead, maybe across the nose, and protecting either cheek. Something you'd see maybe basketball players wear.
So there it is there. Obviously didn't start the game, was listed among the substitutes, Shane Walsh, and there he is for the second half. He's just occupying a corner forward position.
And if you look at the bridge of the nose, there seems to be something over the bridge of the nose, more specifically if something had happened there.
So Shane Walsh is in.
Well, someone disguised as Shane Walsh.
It's not Halloween just yet, but we think it's Shane Walsh anyway, and away we go now for the second half. So Crokes trailing by 2, and Raheny fun value for that 2-point lead as well in that first half. But Crokes had a couple of chances maybe that they felt that they should have been more efficient with, as Crokes now trying to build up here and create a first opportunity of the second half. This is the full forward, Darren Mullen. Shane Cunningham is wearing that number 29 shirt. Theo Clancy. And now Andy McGowan. Cian O'Connor. Oh, he just was maybe thinking about what he might do with that ball before he did it, and that allowed the man wearing 19 for Raheny, James O'Kane, to gather possession. All the way back now to Rob Henley. This one for Darren Byrne to scamper after. Brian Tauti. Grenham gets a hold of it before the challenge came in. Well, Clancy got it at the second time of asking. He's had a good game, Theo Clancy, so far. And this is Darren Mullen now racing towards the Raheny goal. Hits the deck. Referee says no free. Sean McMahon got the challenge in. I think there was a little bit of a collision after as both players hit the deck as well. Mullen has remained down. Meantime, play continues. Brian Fenton. There's a man in acres of space in the middle of Fenton and spot on Paddy Reid. Fenton has been fouled.
Yeah, the dispossession was done, and I think then the damage or the injury occurred as they fell to the ground. That pattern of play, 15 seconds, tackle from Theo Clancy getting the hand in and ripping away the ball, and Sean McMahon using the strong hand.
Yeah, there it is again. You think that was a free, Paul?
Yeah, you know, as he rolled over the top of him, but I think the initial contact was strong hand across. But you know, there's consistency here with the referee.
Yeah.
I think he's
both sets of players. I don't think complained for a free there. Or certainly the Crokes players weren't complaining. Henley had come forward to take that free. He's gone short. Fenton getting involved. Now Raheny looking to add a first score of the second half. This is Ben McHugh. Corner back. Jack Fagan. And pass forward. 2 runners here off the shoulder. This is good stuff from Raheny. Now can they finish it with a score? The shot coming in. It'll have the distance, and it's straight over the bar. Alan McLaughlin has got the points. 8 points to 5 now. 3 minutes gone in the second half.
The hand passing from Raheny has been so crisp and sharp, you know, particularly those small spaces. And then the fella always has 2 options every time he is in possession of the ball. So a great play from them.
And one thing that has been noticeable too, Paul, they have a huge support here tonight. Every time that their points have gone over, a huge roar from the crowd. Expect them to get even more involved now. This game becomes even more tense. Here's Shane Walsh, first touch for him. Paul Mannion. Now Andy McGowan. Crokes needs something from somewhere. Can McGowan provide it? Oh, there might be a goal on here for Kilmacud Crokes. Can they finish it off? They can. It's a goal. Palmed into the net by Hugh Kenny. Give credit to Dan O'Brien in the build-up too. He was thinking about the shot himself, but he opted for the hand pass, and that could be a really big score here.
Like Dan O'Brien, you know, a number of years ago was a forward, you know, and a half forward, and he keeps on popping up now to create those goal chances or take his own points in as his career as a cornerback.
Well, look at that, a turnover for Crokes then, and all of a sudden the momentum in favour of the defending champions, just like that. They've moved into the driving seat here, and then the free is brought forward as well, so now it really is a kickable one for Kilmacud Crokes. Shane Walsh has ball in hand, might leave it to Paul Mannion. Well, it looks like it will be Shane Walsh to kick it.
Yeah, surprised. You know, the natural left foot kicker is Paul Mannion. He'd take that.
So Walsh kicking this one off the left. Looks happy enough with it. And Shane Walsh has found the target. So Kilmacud Crokes move in front. They lead by 1-6 to 8 points. And that's what champions do, I guess. They've turned the game on its head in about 90 seconds. Rob Henley sending the kick out over towards our commentary position here. Walsh manages to get a hand on that one away from Talty, and now Crokes have it again. It's all Kilmacud Crokes here at Parnell Park right now. Here they are in towards the edge of the D. Walsh is coming, getting it again, and Walsh kicks another, his second point in about 30 seconds, and Crokes lead by 1-7 to 8 points.
Yeah, it was a long kick out towards Brian Talty, and Shane Walsh contested that. I don't know why they're not maybe looking at Brian Fenton more for those kickouts too, because I would say a huge height advantage for Brian. He's being marked by Andy McGowan at the moment.
Henley this time looking for Brian Fenton. He rises for that one. Almost got his own break. Instead, Raheny looking to go in on it, and they've won the free. Man down is the corner forward Darren Lunny, kicked 2 points from play in the first half. Now Fenton may leave this one to Rob Henley again. Well, it's so far out, isn't it? But he had a crack in the first half, Henley, and almost found the range from a similar distance going into the other goal.
I think this is a little bit further, and funny enough, the ball was up a couple of yards, and I thought maybe it could have been put down there rather than rolling back. So normally you see players trying to steal a yard or two, and Brian Fenton actually stuck it on a yard or two for him. And like now at this stage, this is going to drop short, if anything, if it doesn't go over. And you know, you want to put people around there ready to fight for that ball.
Henley, again, just about had the distance, but off target.
If it's not a better option to try and, you know, go short.
And the referee has spotted an infringement there. I don't think all of the players were far enough away from the goalkeeper Conor Ferris as he took that kick out. And it's going to be a throw ball on the 21-metre line. So here's a chance for Raheny. You feel they need a score after that little burst from Kilmacud Crokes. They've won the break, Raheny, but then they give it away under real pressure. There were a lot of bodies in there. Shane Walsh is back there helping out as he tries to get away from the challenge of Darren Byrne. Darren Mullen forward it goes as far as Hugh Kenny got that goal shortly after half time. Mark O'Leary for Kilmacud Crokes. Not too many players in there in a white jersey just in front of the goal. They've left that space vacant. O'Leary's making his way in there now. This is Cian O'Connor, Paul Mannion. Mannion upended by a couple of challenges, manages to just shovel it away in time. And then the free given away by Kilmacud Crokes. Not sure, was that something that happened off the ball, Paul? Was it Paul Mannion?
Yeah. No, the two boys come in and tackle Paul. No free involved, I don't think. And I think one of the Raheny lads had a little bit of a pull at him, and Paul returned the favour. Obviously the crowd are right up for this, both sets of supporters, and they've seen something of it, hence the roar goes up, but referee cool head there.
Can Raheny get themselves back on level terms? Can they get themselves back in front perhaps? Well, they led by 3 at one stage in this second half, but now they trail by 2. Hugh Kenny's goal, the key scorer for Kilmacud Crokes. Here go Raheny down the far side. Oh, they've continued the run in. This is Ivers. He'll get it too. Theo Clancy got back goal side. Runners coming though. There might be a goal chance here for Raheny. Can they get it? The answer is no, but they've got a point. Well, maybe it was the best option. It was Alan McLaughlin, his second point of the second half. There were quite a few bodies between him and the goal.
Yeah, left footer too, right footer coming in might have been, easier for them, keeping the ball low and hard.
Kick out from Ferris is well measured, needed to be. Ivers was chasing back, trying to get a hand on it. Now Rory O'Carroll, as far as Mark O'Leary. 1 point game at Parnell Park, the go-ahead Dublin Senior 1 Football Championship semi-final. The second semi-final between St Jude's and Ballyboden St Enda's is tomorrow afternoon at 4. That'll be live here on Dubs TV as well. Crokes making good ground here down that central channel. Fenton was trying to dive in and get a block, but in the end squeezed over the bar by Liam Flatman. Good response to the score at the other end. They lead by 2 again. 20 minutes left to play.
Yeah, a lot of energy here from Crokes, trying to, close that kick out down and put pressure on. But Henley's around too long now to be flustered by that. And as the energy from his own players had to be shown to try and receive the ball.
Here come Raheny. Brian Fenton. 2 players collide right in front of Colin McCarthy, but play continues. Fenton challenged by Paul Mannion. Ball lofted in towards the full forward line. A good hand in initially, but it might still work out for Raheny. Picked up by Jack Fagan. Now they've got the free. I think there was a tug on Fagan just as he went through. And they're hanging in there, Raheny, to be fair to them. Here it is again, Paul.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Mark O'Leary initially as he was pushing through to give a little pull of the hand. Seemed soft enough for either time.
Yeah, Raheny will take it. 1-8 to 9. This to close it down to a point again. Looking to get to a senior championship final for the first time since 1970, over 50 years. Raheny. Missing Brian Howard, of course, as well, as we mentioned at the outset, through that injury. He is amongst the Raheny contingent this evening, as that ball is popped over the bar by Darren Lunny. His 3rd point. 1 point game again. Kilmacud Crokes 1-8, Raheny 10 points.
Raheny have pushed right up here, and there's loads of bodies.
Yeah, they've shoved quite
behind.
a few players up, haven't they? And
if they get it up
from Rory O'Carroll,
they're in trouble.
Yeah, and Crokes know that as well. Shane Walsh has a runner on the inside. He might go the direct route here. Shane Walsh, he has 2 points already. There is the run of McGowan. It's found its way across. Still a chance for the score, and they've got it. Mark O'Leary's 2nd point of the night. Very direct in terms of Crokes, but all came from a great win from Rory O'Carroll.
Yeah, there was a free there. There was a bit of time being consumed by it. As if Crokes had everything set up for the kick out. A high ball out to Rory O'Carroll. Bit of a mismatch. He contested it well. It broke to Paul Mannion. He was quick enough to get the hands. If the ball had gone up quicker, again, a scoring opportunity was available to them, and they took it the way they wanted to take it.
Sean Grennan was just unable to get a hand on that kick out. It's found its way now to Aidan Jones for Kilmacud Crokes down in the far corner. All very tight down there. Comes back out to Cunningham. O'Carroll, such an experienced player for Crokes over the years, and he'll need all his leadership now as they look to make their way through to the final once again. Liam Flatman. Now the referee has spotted something off the ball here, and it's is it Brian Talty and Shane Walsh? Not quite sure what the decision here is. It's a free in for Crokes. And it's not actually Brian Talty. He was close to Shane Walsh as the whistle was blown. But
as the play was developing,
Alan McLaughlin, I think, was the man to get the yellow.
Something must have happened off the ball, a pull of a jersey or something like that, maybe. Stopping a run by Shane Walsh.
So It's a chance now from the free. Walsh kicked one from a similar position earlier on in this second half. He was only introduced at half time. 2 points already. Can he provide a third here just to make it even more comfortable for Kilmacud Crokes? Plenty of airtime on this one. Shane Walsh left-footed, and the umpire's happy enough with it as well. And they move 3 in front, 1-10 to 10 as we enter the final quarter at Parnell Park. Henley's kick out on top of Brian Fenton, and he'll get it as well. Now Fenton in some space, really good recovery run from Andy McGowan to get across and get a challenge in. Brian Talty. Raheny need a score here. Can they get it? Fenton started the move, can he finish it? Fenton off the right boot, he has the advantage here, and in the end the free will be the result.
I think Raheny have to do more of that. I just said it earlier on that, you know, the kick outs. Brian Fenton is one of the best fielders of the ball in the country, never mind the county. And, you know, you can find him. That's the type of threat that they have. And, you know, it's trying to catch Kilmacud out and, you know, to the advantage of Raheny go and do that. We said before the game as well, the partnership that they have, they're two strong, athletic fielders. And at this moment in time, when I was thinking about Rory O'Carroll, normally people start their careers in midfield and either go to full forward or full back. He starts his career at full back and he goes to midfield. So it's a bit of a makeshift type of thing, and maybe Mark O'Leary is marking Brian Fenton, so again a mismatch where I see Crokes could be got at. So maybe, you know, we'll see what happens if that is the case.
Keane Ivers popped over that free, so 2 points the margin again, 1-10 to 11. Crokes though in the ascendancy. This is the aforementioned Mark O'Leary taking it down the far touchline. Back to his corner back, James Murphy. Now space here for Theo Clancy. Cunningham. Dan O'Brien helped set up that goal for Hugh Kenny earlier on in the second half. Theo Clancy again. Cian O'Connor. This is what Crokes are so good at, just keeping possession, trying to find a way through. Raheny have 15 bodies behind the ball here. Well, that ball has gone through the arms of James Murphy, much to the delight of the Raheny supporters. And Raheny will have the line ball.
You just wait now and let players get up the pitch and try and retain possession with this and try and punish that mistake.
Sub being introduced by Crokes as well.
Liam Flappin and Shane Cunningham both gone off there.
Here come Raheny. They're still hanging in here. 2 runners to the right hand side here for Grenham. Plays it across. Here comes the shot now. I think that might just be too far to the right. Not too far off target from Jack Fagan, but far enough to be signalled as a wide ball. You feel like they need pretty much all of the scores they can get. Raheny. Good take under real pressure.
This one, their subs come on. Brian Sheehy looks like a big strong player now.
Yeah, and that's an important take. Down at that far corner, Crokes looking to make their way back to the final. Two points down at half-time, remember, Crokes 7-5, but they have really taken control in the second half, trying to manage the game now with still 12 minutes left to play. Long way to go. Paul Mannion. Trying to work it maybe onto that left boot, plays it short. Raheny just standing off here, just waiting. Ball in the arms again of the new man in Brian Sheehy. Conor Ferris. And now Theo Clancy switching the angle. Andy McGowan is just ushering him towards him on this left-hand sideline. Here is McGowan. Now, it might open up for him. Crokes still have possession. Dan O'Brien up towards the edge of the D. Shane Walsh offered himself as a loop runner, but O'Brien's taking on the shot. That one threatened at curling in, but it hasn't. So wide ball at the end of it all. Now the referee is just holding the hand up here. I think he's going to push, yeah, he's going to push back this kick out. Rob Henley was keen to get it going quickly. And Raheny's turn to bring in some fresh legs. They've called Jack Fagan ashore.
They've brought on Brian Sheehy to mark Brian Fenton.
Yeah, Crokes have done that. She's tracking him here. Here comes the ball towards Fenton. Not the best kick out in the world, but it's worked out. And his ball now towards Cian Ivers is a good one. Crokes looking a little bit open. Shane Walsh, the only defender back there. Ivers driving at the challenge. They need a score here. This one isn't on target, but it's going to stay in. Raheny still have it. Is there a goal chance on? Well, the hand pass came in towards Sean McCarthy.
Shane Walsh cleared it. The keeper was really lost there for a moment. Taken well, didn't well play. But he took his point. It's good defending.
There might still be a point in it here for Raheny. They have possession in an advanced position. The referee got in the way of Darren Lunny there. Throw ball is the decision. But all to play for here now. 10 minutes left to play. Crokes leading by 2. Have Raheny done enough so far, Paul, to suggest that they can win this game, do you think?
I think we said at the start of the game, if they're in it still with 5-10 minutes to go, you know, why wouldn't they, you know? Because they know what Crokes have done before. They've won big games, okay, but they've sometimes invited teams onto them. You know, Raheny would have that in the back of their minds.
Well, here come Crokes with their full forward, Dara Mullen, inside the challenge. Still Mullen trying to whip this one in, but again, it's off target for Kilmacud Crokes and not their most efficient display in front of goal so far today.
Look, Raheny could be drawing energy from that now, seeing those chances being missed. Can they go and punish it?
Lovely kick out from Rob Henley. Cian Ivers had picked up the space in a more deep lying position this time. Brian Fenton, hand pass forward as far as Sean Grenham. Raheny still alive, looking to secure a historic result. This is Brian Talty, plays it back again, but I think the referee adjudging Talty, just to maybe have stuck up the arm as he went into that challenge.
He won the ball and he turned his back into the player. Maybe the elbow's a little bit I don't know whether there was an intention in it. Maybe there was, yeah. He turned his body into an elbow. It may have looked a little bit high.
Free for Kilmacud Crokes to be taken by Theo Clancy. Crokes have brought Hugh Kenny off the park. He's just making his way towards the sideline. And the new player in is Luke Ward, wearing number 18. Kenny got the goal in the 33rd minute. That free from Theo Clancy. Going past Conor Ferris, but luckily for them, no one there from a Raheny point of view to take advantage. Crokes keeping a hold of it now inside their own half. The furthest Raheny player forward is Darren Lunny. Andy McGowan. Good work from McGowan. He's away from the first challenge now. Sheehy's trying to get away from his challenge, and he's done just that. Here's Luke Ward, O'Brien, and now as far as O'Leary. Still O'Leary bringing it back all the way around now to James Murphy, but Crokes can afford to do this now. 7 minutes left to go. They lead by 2. They try and manage the remainder of this game and make their way through to the final. Shane Walsh to Dan O'Brien, Paul Mannion, and now Theo Clancy opening up here for Clancy. Loves to run with ball in hand. Clancy is still going. Sheehy thinking about the shot, plays it off instead. Here's the chance now. Is there a point at the end of it for Crokes? No, there's not. It's another wide. Might they rue these chances?
Yeah, Cian O'Connor, you'd expect him to do it. He scored 3 points the last day out. You know, and that was bread and butter for him. Fine footballer. it's still here for Raheny to win.
Well, there's the ball out on top of Fenton, just over his head. Sheehy got the touch on it, but the break is really well won by Adam McAweeney. And Raheny now in possession again, but they need scores. They've played really well, but they trailed by 2, led by 2 at half-time. Sean McMahon might be the man to provide the inspiration. Had a really good first half.
He's had a quiet second half now. You'd like maybe to push on a little bit if they want to go for this game. They have to take a chance and push on up just a tad bit more, so he's making those stronger runs from midfield and in.
Sean Grenham was winding up for the shot, just couldn't get enough space to swing the right boot at it. Brian Talty will get the space to swing the right boot. Will it stay inside that post? I think that one has gone over. It has. We had the perfect view of that. And Brian Talty has brought it back to a 1-point game, 110-12. That's a really good score.
Talty kicked a couple of scores again the previous round, so they're the scoring players for Raheny. You need to see them on the ball.
Now player down for Raheny is their cornerback Glenn McNamara. He's back on his feet. He's going to soldier on. Meantime, his opposite number, the Kilmacud Crokes number 4, Dan O'Brien, getting involved all the way back now to Conor Ferris. Here's Cian O'Connor. Good feet from O'Connor. Past the first challenge, he's still going. Can he make amends? He kicked it wide a few minutes ago from this position. Will he get a score this time? Cian O'Connor will. Good point. An important one as well. Maybe a little bit too easy from a Raheny point of view. But that extends the lead to 2 again.
Yeah, they went up the pitch to what? Nearly 21-yard line and not a hand put on them, not a tackle. Like, does this mean something to them? They need to make tackles. They need to close these things down.
Again, Henley going long towards Brian Fenton. Perfectly picked out as Sheehy was coming in to get involved. Fenton has just been held back there by Sheehy, and then coming together. I don't think the referee's too interested in what happened afterwards. And away Raheny go again. McMahon, good hand pass off in time. Now here's the chance for the point. Oh, it's been dragged wide by their full forward Sean Grenham, and well, a score they really needed, and you felt that might have given them a lot of momentum after the win by Fenton in the middle.
Win by Fenton.
Oh, look at this. They've given it away from the kick out. Now Raheny need to make the most of this. Goal chance is on. Can they find it? Here's the chance for Raheny. It's blocked away. Is that a foot block? It is. It's a penalty. Darren Lunny with the shot. Here's the replay. All their own doing from a Kilmacud Crokes point of view. It came across. Lunny took the shot. And it was the cornerback in there, Dan O'Brien. Hits off his boot.
Yeah, and he had 2 hands above the boot. You know, it was a 3-pronged type of block, but definitely come off the boot in the way that it did.
It's a yellow card for Dan O'Brien. He's still arguing the decision there. Now, what a moment this is for Raheny. 3 minutes left to play against the defending champions, the All-Ireland Club champions. And Raheny can move a point in front here with the finish line in sight.
You know, you're watching the structure now of Brian Fenton and the experience of Sean McMahon, the 2 of those players, telling them what they want as a result of this. Whether it's a goal, a point or a wide, they're trying to communicate, you know, look, you know, this is what we want. Rob Henley again is pushing guys on to try and be prepared for what's coming after this.
Could Raheny be about to put themselves on the brink of a famous result in their history? The pressure, the responsibility of this penalty falling on the shoulders of Darren Lunny. 3 points already to date. It's Lunny against Conor Ferris. Hush descends on Parnell Park. And he's got it. It's a brilliant penalty. And Raheny lead by a point. Darren Lunny is equal to the task, and Kilmacud Crokes trail with less than 2 minutes to play now. And we will have a significant amount of stoppage time, you would feel. Quite a few stoppages in this second half, but Raheny now in such a good position here. They led by 2 at the break. Crokes hit back. They got their goal through Hugh Kenny in the 33rd minute. They brought on Shane Walsh at half-time as well. He's kicked 3 points. But right now, the defending champions trail by a point. All of the Raheny team behind the ball here. Paul Mannion finds a way through. There's a pocket of space there for Kilmacud Crokes. Now the defenders get in there. This is Mark O'Leary. All the way back to Mannion again. Can he get a shot away? Instead plays it to Dan O'Brien. He might take on the shot. Wonderful block down. Superb defending from Rutherford Real. And Raheny have it again. Back to Rob Henley. Frantic moments in Parnell Park, but the All-Ireland club champions on the brink of defeat here. Raheny haven't been in a senior championship final since 1970. They've enjoyed a remarkable campaign. Remember, they're without Brian Howard as well. As we head towards added time, Raheny in possession. Can Crokes find their way out of this situation? With Sean McMahon for Raheny bringing it forward. Darren Byrne now down into the corner. Look at the space here for Darren Lunny. He kicked the penalty. He's got 1-3. He needs to add another here, and he's got it. Darren Lunny fires it over the bar, and Raheny lead by 2. This is incredible.
Yeah, Crokes are getting a taste of their own medicine. This is what they normally do to other teams, to turn the screw and push on. There was a couple of injuries, so we might get a couple of minutes of injury time. So, you know, Crokes are looking to work the ball to their shooters, to the Paul Mannions and to the Shane Walshes. But there's energy in this Raheny team at this moment in time. They don't look like they're dead legs. No one go down with cramps, and no one's going to die down now.
Brilliant kick out from Conor Ferris. We're into added time. 2 points the lead for Raheny. Can they hold on and knock out Kilmacud Crokes? O'Carroll plays it inside to Theo Clancy. Mannion squirts away from Mannion, but he gets it at the second time of asking. What will the decision be? Mannion going for the long range attempt, but he's dragged it to the right and he's dragged it wide. They've had chances, Kilmacud Crokes, in this second half, but that one again is off target. Henley coming with the kick out. We've played almost 90 seconds of added time. We haven't had an indication as to how long it's going to play.
It's only gone to one player.
Fenton, the target again. Look at Conor Ferris, he's right up beside him. Oh, the break has spilled for Raheny. There's no one at home from a goalkeeper point of view. This could seal it for Raheny. What are they going to do? Ball goes inside. This is Sean Grenham. Goal is on. This will surely seal it. Oh, it's hit off the crossbar and it's gone over. It's a point. Adam McAweeny on the end of it. Raheny lead by 3. Well, there were options all over. In the end, a point, the end result, not a bad outcome at all. And it pads that lead out further. We're still playing, but the Raheny supporters on their feet on the far side, on the brink of a historic result. Crokes need to pull something out of the bag here now. Rory O'Carroll brings it forward. Talty puts in the challenge. It's a free. It's a free. Yellow card dished out as well, but Raheny won't be too concerned about that. Now, they're asking the referee, I think, how long is left here. We've played 2.5 minutes of added time. Well, Crokes moved 3 points in front at one stage in this second half. It looked like they'd taken control of the game, but Raheny have stormed back into it. Still time to go. Is there a goal in this? There could be for Crokes. Oh, it's in! Astonishing! Level again. Luke Ward, the substitute, fires it to the back of the net. Raheny thought they had done enough, but Crokes have pulled it out of the bag. Truly remarkable finish. 2-11 to 1-14. And Paul Clark, it's all square again.
Breathless. You know, you think with the yellow card that Raheny will set things up, but and then of all people, Shane Walsh has been kicking all the frees. Paul Mannion said, no, I want this. And they walked it through their hands and got a score.
Now, is there time for one last twist? Brian Fenton gets the return from Sean Grenham. What a game this has been. Oh, that's a brilliant ball inside from Fenton. This is a really good chance. Raheny to win it here, surely. McMahon goes with the fist. Oh, he fisted inside. He had options left and right. In the end, it doesn't quite come off. Was that the chance to win it for Raheny again? Crokes have got the free. Now they might get the chance down the other end. Shane Walsh moving it quickly. Paul Mannion deep and out of time. The go-ahead Dublin Senior Football Championship semi-final has given us an absolute cracker. Shane Walsh looking for an option, finds Dan O'Brien. Referee looking at the watch down there. And there's the full-time whistle. A truly incredible finish. Kilmacud Crokes 2-11, Raheny 1-14, and it's extra time. Extra time at Parnell Park on Saturday evening. Well, talk about drama. But the All-Ireland champion still standing, Paul.
Still in there, yeah. That's disappointing. You know, it's not. It's a fantastic game. It's end-to-end stuff. If you believe you're still in it with Crokes, you have a chance to do it. And you know, that was the last opportunity with Sean McMahon going through there and tried to punch it, but I don't know what he's seen another player on the inside. He was trying to get a pan pass into him to get a score. He should have just kicked his own point.
Or was he trying to fist a point himself, maybe? But it didn't quite come off.
Yeah, way off balance when he was doing that, and he could have been nearly on the 14-yard line. He was going across, and an angle was very, very tricky.
Well, if you're just joining us on the stream on Dubs TV, we will have extra time. Raheny and Kilmacud Crokes have finished level. Kilmacud Crokes 2-11, Raheny 1-14, and a breathless finish here at Parnell Park. The floodlights are coming on as we take a look through some of the highlights now of that second half. This could go on for quite a while because there was so much happening in that second half. We've got 3 minutes of highlights for you, I've been told. But Raheny, after leading by 2 at the break, they got that point to go 3 up. Then Crokes, to their credit, got this goal. Dan O'Brien took the right decision. He panned it off as far as Hugh Kenny, and Kenny did the rest. Shane Walsh was a half-time substitute, and he made a pretty immediate impact. This was a good kick off his left boot from a free, and then he would follow up shortly after with a point from play. But Crokes at this stage were starting to motor well, and you felt that they were moving into a winning position. But to be fair to Raheny, they stuck to their challenge. Cian Ivers doing well here, and this might have been a goal of their own, but Alan McLaughlin sent it over the bar. Crokes then down the other end. We're finding some space down that central channel. This was kicked over by Liam Flatman. Darren Lunny had a really good game for Raheny, and that one was a pretty straightforward free, as Rory O'Carroll then got involved in the middle here. This was one of the better moves from Crokes in that second half. They moved it forward really quickly. Shane Walsh taking it from Paul Mannion, and at the end of it all there was a point for the wing back Mark O'Leary. This one was sent in high and over the bar as well from Shane Walsh from a free. Likewise down the other end, Raheny kept the scoreboard ticking, but Crokes were in a good position at this stage. They led by 1-10 in the second half, leading by 3. But to be fair to Raheny, they had that goal chance. Walsh was back there to kick it away. This was a good kick from Brian Talty to help move Raheny back into contention. Equally good run here from Cian O'Connor. Got around a couple of challenges, and he had kicked it wide from that position earlier on in the match, but found the range there. Now this was the huge turning point. A poor kick out for Kilmacud Crokes, and Raheny took full advantage. They got a penalty after that foot block, and it was brilliantly converted by this man Darren Lunny, who faced up to Conor Ferris, and Lunny made absolutely no mistake to find the back of the net, and at that stage the game really had taken on new life. But Crokes, to be fair to them, stuck at it, and they managed to engineer an opportunity there, but there was a brilliant block down on the part of Raheny, and at this stage it looked like Raheny were the team that were going to win it. This one was kicked over by Darren Lunny. They led by 3 points once they got this score, as the ball went inside, and eventually it found its way over the bar. Well, if that was a goal, it was certainly over. They got the point, but they led by 3, and then there was still time for more late drama. Crokes keeping their composure, working the ball inside, and eventually it fell to Luke Ward, the substitute, and he found the back of the net. And then Raheny with another chance to win it Sean McMahon just caught in two minds maybe there. And that was that. And that's why we're still here at Parnell Park, because it finished level 2-11 to 114. So 2 periods of 10 minutes of extra time now. So extra time as our match referee Colin McCarthy just makes sure that everything is in order. And then we'll be set to go the second semi-final taking place tomorrow. St Jude's against Ballybulton St Enda's. That'll be live on Dubs TV for you as well. A couple of games next Sunday as well. The Senior 1 hurling semi-finals. 2 o'clock start for St Vincent's against Ballybulton St Enda's, and then 4 o'clock for Lucan Sarsfields against Nafiana. And those games will be covered for you as well. And earlier on today here at Parnell Park, we had the go-ahead Dublin Senior 2 Football Championship semi-final. It finished Clontarf 2-10, Nave Barrow 12 points, and the second semi-final in that competition takes place tomorrow afternoon. Nave Olaf against Fingalians is a 2 o'clock start here at Parnell Park. But we're underway now for extra time. It's Kilmacud Crokes in those white jerseys attacking from left to right. Under the floodlights now at Parnell Park, as Crokes going on an early run forward. There might be something on here for Darragh Mullen. Oh, good defending from Raheny. They've managed to retrieve that situation. Back there helping out is Darren Byrne. And now with Raheny bringing it out towards this stand side of the field. Rutherson Real. Brilliant block down from him in the closing stages of the ordinary time. Fenton dinks that ball forward. That's well won under pressure by Sean Grenham. Lovely pass inside as well. This is good from Raheny. Can they make a count now? Grenham has gone for the return on the loop. Oh, he just tried to take that one over the challenge. It's worked out okay, however. And now back as far as Adam McAweeney. He got a point in normal time. That one, though, short and into the arms of Conor Ferris. Mannion takes a hold and shovels it off as far as Brian Sheehy. Raheny challenging well in the middle, but the break falls as far as Paul Mannion. Well, it was so frantic in the closing stages of normal time. Probably no surprise to see it settle down a little bit now, Paul.
Yeah, people are trying to catch their breath and just, gather their thoughts on what's happening at the moment. Raheny came back into the game, and deservedly so. A lot of energy in those moments. Crokes didn't panic, created a score. That's really all to play for now. I can't really call this at the moment.
Here's a chance for Crokes. That looks good, and it is good from Darragh Mullen. What a fine score that is. And that pushes Crokes a point in front. Darragh Mullen with his second of the evening.
I'm going to see fellas, I think, maybe cramping at this moment in time. They might not have been conditioned for this type of thing.
That kick out straight down the middle of the park. O'Carroll was there. Mannion looks to be picking up a spot around the middle now more so. Shane Walsh in an advanced position. And Walsh gets a hold of it here now. There's one-on-one in the inside line if Walsh gets his head up. Instead looks to run at the challenge. He's gone through the gap. McMahon trying to get a hand in. Still Shane Walsh. Back as far as Cian O'Connor. James Murphy. Conor Ferris. And now Aidan Jones. Brian Sheehy screaming for it in front of him. Instead he turns back around. Dan O'Brien. Paul Mannion. Strong challenge initially from Sean Grenham. Forward to the man who saved it all, Luke Ward, with that goal for Kilmacud Crokes in normal time. Dan O'Brien. Mannion. Well, Raheny have yet to really touch the ball in extra time. We've played almost 3 minutes as Andy McGowan. Oh, he's done well here, McGowan. Now will he take on the shot? Past a number of challenges, still there for Kilmacud Crokes, and they've got the point. Kicked over by Cian O'Connor. Really good start to extra time for Crokes, and they lead by 2.
Yeah, we see a couple of the Raheny lads, I said, Ray Rutherson there is stretching out calves, and Ben McHugh the same. benches and who you have on the bench and conditioning prior to this game will probably have a factor now.
Certainly will. And as Raheny get a hold of it now inside their own half. Shotwell plays that one across as far as the cornerback Ben McHugh. Fenton past Brian Sheehy. Fenton looking to provide some inspiration here. Well, that is not like Brian Fenton to skew a shot like that. Maybe a little bit off balance as he struck it. Kilmacud Crokes happy enough to pick up possession inside their own 45-metre line. They'll come again, the defending champions. Sheehy hanging out in that far side. Tense moments, but Crokes have started extra time well, and there could well be a goal on here. Dan O'Brien had set up the one in the normal time. Can he do so here? Well, lost his footing. He's managed to get it away, however, to Mark O'Leary. Well, Raheny were wide open on that occasion. Shane Walsh out as far as the run of Cian O'Connor. Mannion's looking for it and gets it. McGowan takes the return. McGowan now surging towards goal. Andy McGowan still there, still there. Oh, he's got the goal, but I think the whistle had just sounded before he hit it. In fairness to the referee, McGowan was falling. They'll have the free, but they could well have had a goal.
Well, you could say maybe the tackle was right on the line, was very, very close to being a penalty anyway. Yeah, Crokes have a little bit of energy. The grander is up, and Raheny are struggling. They're stretching all around the place at this moment in time. They're going to have to go to the well once more.
Yeah.
They want to get themselves out of this.
Shane Walsh has the chance here to add a third point of extra time now for Kilmacud Crokes. No problem for the Galway footballer. So Walsh's fourth point of the night, having been introduced at half-time, puts Crokes 3 in front. They'll be delighted with the start to extra time. And Raheny just needs something now to spark them back into life. Fenton is making a dart for this kick out. Instead, Raheny goes short, but that hasn't quite worked out, and it's been touched on the ground. It's going to be a free in for Kilmacud Crokes. And just the body language too of Raheny now maybe starting to drop. They really need a score to bring them back to life. Mannion has come out to take this free.
He may go short, and this is the cuteness of them.
Yeah, he's certainly looking
watch
for
what's going on.
Something.
There's something going to show.
Yeah. Well called, Paul. Shane Walsh making himself available now. Can he provide the score? Shane Walsh off the left boot. He's just dragged that one a little bit too far to the right.
But it's no fluke who's defending the shoulders to the ball. Maybe when he gave it to him to take the free, he said it to him, well, give me the ball, let's go short. And he made the space for it, so that's experience there.
No surprise to see Henley aiming here for Brian Fenton, but I think Sheehy just got a little bit of a touch on that one, and that allows Crokes to pick up the break. The All-Ireland champions really controlling extra time so far. James Murphy. Raheny have barely touched the ball. They had a little bit of possession at the start of extra time.
Nothing is going their way at this moment in time. They can't get their hands on the ball. They can't work way up the pitch. The crowd has gone a little bit quiet. All that energy that went into the final few moments of the main game and how things went for them, and the penalty and a couple of scores has just maybe drained them a little bit. And they need to get their hands on it and get it on their hands on it soon.
Well, here's Brian Sheehy. He's made an impact since being introduced. Ball inside, just about gets its way to Andy McGowan. Fine block down. Great diving block there from Liam Fahy for Raheny. And now that might just help them regain some energy here. 2 minutes to go to half-time and extra time. Crokes by 3. And the go-ahead Dublin Senior 1 Football Championship semi-finals. Ballyboden St Enda's against St Jude's is tomorrow's last 4 offering in this competition. The final is in a couple of weeks' time. Brian Fenton. Here's Sean McMahon. Still plenty left in McMahon's legs, you would feel, although he's been very, very industrious in driving forward at every opportunity.
quite the opposite. He looked a little bit laboured there now. He's trying to stretch out the calves. He looks a little bit tired.
Brian Talty is taking this on again. He's another man that doesn't look in.
Yeah, as soon as he struck that now, you could see him sort of as if he braced himself a little bit. It's a substitution now. Crokes are looking for a substitution there.
Looks like Shane Horan coming back in, is it? He's making his way through, and it's Andy McGowan who's going to make way. He's picked up a bit of a knock there.
Yeah, left boot or left ankle.
But really, it couldn't have gone better in extra time so far for Kilmacud Crokes, and the subs that they've brought in have made a big impact as well. Ferris will drive this kick out long, hanging up into the evening sky. Fenton will compete with Sheehy, and Fenton does really well to palm it down as far as Talty. Forward now to Sean McCarthy, picking out a pass inside. This is better from Raheny. Are the runners off the shoulder? Well, Lunny went for the shot himself, hits the upright. Well gathered and retrieved by Adam McAweeny. Back outside to Sean McCarthy again. Lunny might get another go. Hanging this one up. Will it curl? It's going to drop dangerously. And in the end, it drops out behind for a 45. So Robbie Henley will fancy this one. Maybe a score just on the stroke of half-time here would improve the morale among the Raheny players. Having conceded 3 already in extra time. So Henley with the chance here. May well be the last action in extra time in the first half, as the Mayo native sizes up this kick. Oh, he's snatched at that one a little bit. He's not pleased with that one.
Yeah, underfoot conditions might be getting a little bit dewy, a little bit damp on the grass, so you know, he might have just slipped a small bit. He looked like he really was trying to force that one, and probably not needed because he has such a good strike.
So half-time and extra time. Kilmacud Crokes 2-14, Raheny 1-14. Crokes with 3 points in that 10-minute period to give themselves control, it would appear, of this contest, but they had a 3-point lead in the second half of normal time as well. Raheny stormed back in front. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that period of extra time. Darragh Mullen had a big impact. This is a really good kick from play, just on the edge of the D. Popped that one over the bar. Andy McGowan is now off the field, but he weaved his way through here to really good effect, and the score at the end of it. And then there was McGowan again going for goal here. He actually got a goal after the whistle sounded, but they got the free, and it was popped over by Shane Walsh. So what do you think Paul Raheny need to do a little bit better now? Is it an energy thing? Is that the sole thing?
Yeah, where are they going to get the energy from, you know? Getting back into the game and having it in their hands to win. Like it was there and then it was snatched from them. But good play by Crokes, and you know, this is a whole new adventure for them. It's a whole new area to be in, and you know, it's new for selectors, it's new for managers. And they're going to be talking there and probably not even know what's going on around in their head. Brian Fenton could be in the middle there, the most experienced player that's on the pitch with all that he's achieved, and he could be talking, and then fellas just could be just a bit of a muddle, you know, because it's all a new adventure. And you know, are they saying, oh look, we nearly beat the All-Ireland champions, that's as good as we're going to get, or no, did you really believe that they could win today? And if they did before the game, well, they still do now, so it gives them a chance. If they at all doubted themselves, well, it may not happen for them, you know.
Well, let's see what they can conjure up here now. 10 minutes left to go. Colin McCarthy, our match referee, just setting things up now for the second period of extra time. Raheny playing from left to right now for the second half. The go-ahead Dublin Senior Football Championship semi-final. Possession won in the middle again by Sheehy, doing well. Mannion has had a growing influence on this match as well, handling a lot of possession. Gets that ball back outside to Horan. Here's O'Carroll. He returns down that right-hand flank. Sheehy making a run through the middle. Instead it goes short to Mannion. Theo Clancy. Crokes happy enough to keep a hold of it. Managing possession nicely. Dan O'Brien being chased down by James O'Kane. Gets away from his attention. And now it's still with Dan O'Brien. Hits the deck and runs into a maroon wall there of Raheny defenders, and the Raheny men have it back. Now they've only got one player forward, and the ball will go to him. That is Gavin Ivory. Oh, lovely jink from Ivory. Plays it inside now to James O'Kane. It's opening up. Defenders trying to get back. Decision time here for Raheny. It comes back outside to Sean Grenham. Here's Brian Fenton driving down the middle. Brian Fenton for the point. And, oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. Well, you would have expected Fenton certainly to put it over from there. He puts his head in his hands, but that was a score Raheny really needed at this point. They were patient in the build-up, Paul.
Yeah, and Gavin Ivory is a class footballer. Gavin was brought in. You can just see that touch of skill, the touch of class that he has there. If you get it into him, he'll cause problems. He'll hold the ball up well too. So, you know, if that's a little taster of what he can do, well, let's, you know, try and get more ball into him and hopefully get a little bit of return.
Oh, what a catch from Ben McHugh. Raheny with a little bit more energy now about them, but time against them. They need scores. They need to convert the chances that they have. Liam Fahy weaving away from the challenge. Sean Grenham. And now James O'Kane. It's all very congested back there. Kilmacud Crokes have everybody behind the ball.
That's what we say. Do they invite themselves into a bit of trouble, you know?
That's a good ball across. Space here for Adam McAweeney. He has a point already. Back to Darren Byrne. Well, will someone take on a shot here? Here comes the effort. This one, will it have the distance? It's dropping under the crossbar, palmed away, but the goal shot sits in! It's a goal for Raheny! Would you believe it? The long ball in came from Liam Fahy, palmed away by Conor Ferris, and then buried into the back of the net by Cian Ivers. We're level again in Parnell Park in a truly remarkable semi-final contest. Raheny level things up. Ball forward to Shane Horan. Crokes have to do it all over again. It looked like they had taken control of extra time. Horan has got the free. Mark O'Leary plays it across the field. We've played 3 minutes of the 10 in this second period of extra time. If you're just joining us, Kilmacud Crokes 2-11, Raheny 1-14 was the full-time score. Paul Mannion to put Crokes ahead again, swinging the left boot at that one, but again it's off target from Kilmacud Crokes. Sub taking place again on the Crokes side of things. Well, this game has ebbed and flowed in terms of the momentum. Is it back with Raheny here? Might we have penalties?
God, did you know there's rugby on point?
They might push the rugby kick-off time back.
They will, yeah, let them know.
Here's Rob Hennelly. Kick out for Raheny. No surprise to see this one going out on top of Brian Fenton again. That's been a good battle between Fenton and Sheehy. The break has spilled in favour of Raheny. Fenton's continuing his run here. There's men over here for Raheny. What will they make of this? It's with Sean McCarthy. McCarthy for the point. Oh, he's dragged it wide. He's dragged it wide for Raheny. Well, both teams guilty of missing some pretty important chances here. In fairness to McCarthy, he took on the responsibility. Could he have carried that a little bit further? Every point crucial now. Another kick out goes long. Oh, and it's brilliantly won in the middle by Kilmacud Crokes centre back Aidan Jones. He's fouled. That is Ben McHugh.
He knows he's just walking.
He's already making his way towards the sideline. So here's the free for Kilmacud Crokes. And a numerical disadvantage may be on the way now for Raheny.
And watch this part of it now, where the position of the pitch they're in. Shane Walsh is taking this on, or is he going to take it on? Is he going to look to go short?
Well, he's kicked a few, hasn't he, Paul, from maybe 5 or 6 yards, a little bit closer,
a little bit further out. And
colder air now in the evening time.
Yeah, a little bit dampness there.
Yeah. No wind to speak of now. The tricolour away to our left isn't fluttering anymore. Now Walsh has kicked 4 points. He came out at half-time. Can he kick it here? Pressure is on. Shane Walsh kicking it high, looking after it a little bit anxiously because it's hung out to the left and wide. Both teams a little bit nervy with the chances they've had.
Yeah, well, every kick, every touch, every tackle, every block, every pass now is pressure. It's pressure, and players notice it's pressure.
Crokes, the defending All-Ireland champions, remember. Raheny haven't been in a county senior final since 1970. It's all on the line here in the next few minutes. Raheny have possession, back on their own 45. It's all very congested there. Crokes sense that they may have a turnover here. Raheny get the advantage at the crucial moment. That'll allow him to get the ball down the field maybe, but remember they're down to 14 now. Penalties black-carded. And that last passage of play, Brian Fenton has the free. Plays that one over the head of his full-back, Sean McMahon. But the ball goes forward again. The battle forward, the crowd really enthralled by this now. It really is absorbing stuff here at Parnell Park. Full value for money. It's been a thriller. And there may be a twist or two left yet. Someone has to win at some point as Shane Horan gets involved at the back. And Kilmacud Crokes building up with possession again. 3 minutes left to go as Paul Mannion drives at the challenge here of Darren Byrne, that is. Mannion dishes it off as far as Shane Horan. Horan has the space to run forward here. Crokes sense a score is on here. It's still with Shane Horan down into that corner. Can they get a shot away? Fenton applying the pressure. Back out to Horan. Here's Darren Mullen. All square in Parnell Park. Shane Walsh offered himself as an option. Mullen keeps a hold of possession. Raheny have left one player forward just off camera. Everybody else is behind the ball. There's a Crokes player down with cramp as well, so it is equal in terms of numbers participating right now. 14 on 14. This is Darragh Mullen. Is there a way through for Crokes? That ball spilled away initially from Jeff Kenny. He gets it back. Mullen again. Mannion. To Mullen once more. Can they get a shot away? Prolonged period of possession. Mannion taking on the shot. There was a half block on that. One for Henley to deal with. Oh, he's done really well. Rob Henley plucking that one from the evening sky. Under real pressure. Still, it's level. As the free goes short, Brian Fenton back to Henley again. He needs some help. Fenton finds a good pass out as far as Colin Hare. Is there a winner in extra time? Sean Grenham has support here on the sideline from Liam Fahy. Fahy picks out a good pass as far as Brian Fenton. Heading for the final minute of extra time. The go-ahead Dublin Senior 1 Football Championship semi-final. Raheny almost winning it in normal time. Crokes looked to have taken control of extra time when they led by 3 in the first period, but a goal from Cian Ivers has brought Raheny back on level terms. Now, can they find a winner? Shane Walsh trying to get a challenge in, but James O'Kane bringing it forward. Back it comes now to Sean Grenham. Every moment crucial now. Is there a chance here for Raheny? Good tackling from Crokes. Here comes the shot, but it's short. The effort coming in from Adam McAweeney. Well, is there one final chance for Crokes now? Shane Horan. Oh, he's taken down. Referee has the arm up for advantage. Free is going to be taken by Shane Horan. 20 seconds left to go. The referee's looking at the watch, but there may be one final chance. Is there more late drama? Aidan Jones. Forward to Paul Mannion. Mannion's inside. He has the chance. He has the advantage too, Mannion. But here comes the free. And this is the chance to win it. The referee, I think, saying there was a tug on the jersey of Paul Mannion. Here's the replay. Aidan Jones took it forward. Mannion got inside the challenge, and there was just a little tug, it looked like. So this could well be the game. Now, will Paul Mannion take it, or will Shane Walsh take it? We've gone past the 10 minutes in extra time. Now, it will be Paul Mannion. Walsh has taken the free since he came on from more central positions. He was kicking them off his left boot, but this is Paul Mannion now, surely to win it for Kilmacud Crokes, to send them through to the final, the All-Ireland club champions. Paul Mannion, left-footed. It's a good angle for a left-footed kicker. Mannion kicking it, and kicking it over the bar. He punches the air, and Crokes lead right at the death. Is there one final play for Raheny to try and level things up again? Into the 22nd minute of extra time. Rob Henley waiting to take the kick out. The referee looking at the watch. There may be one final chance, but Raheny need to get the ball down the other end pretty quickly. James O'Kane plays it short. Rob Henley coming out to get involved. It looks like they will get another chance to get it down the field. Henley is carrying this all the way. Now he runs into a bit of trouble. Still Rob Henley, he's done brilliantly. Is there what a pass from Rob Henley all the way across. Brian Fenton. Can Raheny find an equaliser? Fenton's running at the challenge, plays off the pass. Is there a shooter to get on the ball for Raheny? Back out to Fenton. Man and acres of space here down underneath us is Darren Byrne. Is he the man to level it up? Forward it goes. Is that a free? The referee says no. The shot comes in. That looks good. It's over. Absolutely incredible. Darren Lunny right at the very death. Well, credit Raheny, they were patient in the build-up. Rob Henley did brilliantly, so too did Fenton with this pass across. And there is the whistle. We are heading for penalties. What a kick that was from Darren Lunny. A truly extraordinary club championship match here under the lights at Parnell Park. It's finished Kilmacud Crokes 2-15, Raheny 2-15 after extra time, and penalties will decide who progresses through to the go-ahead Dublin Senior 1 football final for 2023. Both teams now will try and settle things down. Let's take a look at some of the key moments from extra time. The second half of extra time, that is. Brian Fenton had a really good chance here. Just skewed that one off the outside of the boot. But this was the key moment. The shot came in from Liam Fahy. He dropped it in underneath the crossbar, and the man there to finish it was Cian Ivers, the corner forward. That brought Raheny really back into things. Now, they had a chance here to go in front, but it was dragged wide by Sean McCarthy. Then there was the black card for the cornerback Ben McHugh. It looked then as though Crokes had won it when they got this free from Paul Mannion. He held his nerve to convert it, and well, at that stage you thought, into added time at that point, you thought that Crokes were through. But credit Raheny, they built themselves up again in the final play of the game. They brought it forward, worked it down to that far corner. They came back out to Brian Fenton. He picked out the free man Darren Byrne. He went forward to Darren Lunny. We thought there might be a free there, but Lunny wasn't interested. And how about that for a score to level things up and send us to penalties? So both teams now will be getting their shooters ready, looking to see who will step up from the spot kicks. This little bit of a pause gives us a chance again to remind you of the Go-Ahead Dublin GAA Club Awards for 2023. Awards that recognise the work done by Dublin GAA clubs and officials, volunteers and players, both on the pitch and off the pitch as well. The Go-Ahead Ireland Referee Recognition Award and the Go-Ahead Ireland Club Community Spirit Award. Both of those and details of them available on the Dublin GAA website, dublingaa.ie. where you can also send in your nominations, and they need to be in by the 12th of November, and the awards will then be announced and the winners in early December, just before Christmas. So you can find all of the details of that at the Go Ahead Ireland Dublin GAA Club Awards on dublingaa.ie. But there are the two captains, Shane Cunningham, the Kilmacud Crokes man, and Darren Byrne for Raheny, just in there for the toss ahead of penalties. So it looks like we're heading for the goals away to our left-hand side here for the penalty shootout. Quite a large crowd in here on Saturday evening, and really one of the most enthralling Dublin matches we've had here at Parnell Park in some time. But the penalties to come here live on Dubs TV. Don't forget the action tomorrow afternoon as well. We have that second semi-final in this competition, St Jude's against Ballyboden St Enda's, throwing in at 4 o'clock, and Fingalians against Naomh Olaf in the Senior 2 as well. That's a 2 o'clock start. Both of those matches live on Dubs TV. And then next Sunday in the Senior 1 Hurling Championship, St Vincent's against Ballyboden St Enda's, Lucan Sarsfields against Nafiana. You can catch those on Dubs TV as well. There's Rob Henley, the Mayo goalkeeper for so long, now in the colours of Raheny, his club Brafey at home in Mayo, doing well in the Mayo Championship. They beat Westport last week. They're through to the semi-finals. And he just goes forward to acknowledge his opposite number, Conor Ferris here. Ferris, another vastly experienced campaigner. And those goalkeepers now taking centre stage as these shooters get ready to line up. So the shooters are just collecting themselves on the 45-metre line. So from a Kilmacud Crokes point of view, from what I can see from our vantage point here in the commentary position, Paul Mannion, Shane Walsh, Shane Horan, Hugh Kenny and Dan O'Brien look like the 5 players there, but it's going to be Raheny to take theirs first, and their kicker will be Darren Lunny. They've also got Cian Ivers, they've got Gavin Ivory, it looks like Sean Grenham, and the other kicker is the wing forward Sean McCarthy. So they're the 5 kickers for Raheny. So a place in the Go Ahead Dublin Senior 1 football final on the line, and Raheny to kick first. So Conor Ferris against Darren Lunny. Lunny hit the net in the game itself. Can he do it again here in the shootout? Darren Lunny against Ferris, and he's got it. Darren Lunny into the back of the net, and Raheny lead. So the first kicker for Kilmacud Crokes will be Hugh Kenny. So it's Hugh Kenny against Rob Henley. He takes a breath, now stepping up the corner forward, buries it into the back of the net. That's a really good penalty from Hugh Kenny. He also scored a goal in the regulation 60. So 1-1. Second kicker will be Raheny's full forward Sean Grenham. Had a point in the game itself. He's taking his time here. Hush descends on Parnell Park for the kickers as they step up. It's Grenham against Conor Ferris, right-footed. Oh, he's blasted it over. Keeper went the wrong way. Well, he struck it nicely, but Sean Grenham off target, just over the crossbar. And now Crokes with the chance to take charge of the shootout. They converted their first penalty through Hugh Kenny, and now it's Paul Mannion. He thought he had won it in extra time with that free. Can he put them up in the shootout? This to go 2-1 in front. Mannion against Henley. Left-footed Mannion. Oh, that's a great penalty. Henley went the right way, but that was right on the money from Paul Mannion. So there's the standing in the shootout. Kilmacud Crokes lead by 2 kicks to 1. And very little margin for error now for Raheny and Cian Ivers. So Ivers, the third shooter for Raheny. Straight down the middle. Raheny back on track somewhat. Cian Ivers converts their third penalty, so 2-2 now, but the next kick for Kilmacud Crokes to be taken by Shane Walsh, so they can go 3-2 in front. Walsh looks to have taken off that facial mask that he was wearing in the match itself from our vantage point here. Played well when he came on too, Shane Walsh. Kicked 3 frees. Involved in general play too, with a point from play. Now Shane Walsh up against Robbie Henley, 2 men from the west of Ireland. Galway against Mayo. Shane Walsh scores. Brilliant kick. 3-2. Crokes lead in the shootout. 2 more spot kicks apiece. This is the wing forward for Raheny, Sean McCarthy. Nervous moments in Parnell Park as McCarthy steps up to kick this one right-footed, and he scores. Conor Ferris a little bit disappointed there with his reaction. Thought he might have saved that one, went the right way. Sean McCarthy finds the net. So 3-3 as Dan O'Brien, the Kilmacud Crokes cornerback, steps up. He had an assist to Hugh Kenny's goal in the 33rd minute, just after half-time. He could have gone for it himself, but palmed it off. Now, here he is looking to score a goal of his own in the shootout. And he's got it. Again, Henley almost got to it himself, but Dan O'Brien makes no mistake. Crokes lead the shootout 4-3 as we head for the 5th penalty for either side. So Raheny need to score this one. And Ryan's struggling with cramp as he makes his way back. Now the penalty here to be taken by Gavin Ivory. Ivory scores. It found its way in. It hit the stanchion at the back and came back out, but the umpire was right there. So Raheny do what they need to do. They've scored 4 of their 5 spot kicks, and now the pressure falls on the shoulders of Shane Horan. Such an experienced player at this stage, but this the kick to win it for Kilmacud Crokes and send them through. Some of the players down in front of us off camera can't watch. Same goes for some of the supporters. Shane Horan does it, and Kilmacud Crokes survive. They go through, and the All-Ireland club champions still standing in Dublin. A truly remarkable night here at Parnell Park. But Kilmacud Crokes win. They've won the shootout 5-4. It finished 2-15 apiece after extra time. But Kilmacud Crokes hold their nerve under such huge pressure, and they survive. Well, they converted all 5 spot kicks under real pressure, and Kilmacud Crokes through to the go-ahead Dublin Senior 1 football final, where they'll play either St Jude's or Ballyboden St Enda's in a couple of weeks' time. But they were pushed all the way, and Raheny will feel like they have let a chance slip here when they got the momentum at the end of normal time. Luke Ward stepped up for a goal for Kilmacud Crokes to bring them back into it and bring us to extra time. Then Raheny had to try and force penalties with the late point from Darren Lunny. But at the end of it all, after penalties, Kilmacud Crokes still standing in their defence of the Dublin, Leinster and All-Ireland crowns. They go through to the senior football final here in Dublin for 2023. The players and supporters now embrace one another on the field down there after an extraordinary night's action really here under the lights at Parnell Park. We hope you've enjoyed it tuning in wherever you're watching on Dubs TV. Our thanks to all our team here at Parnell Park tonight as well. Don't forget about that double header we have for you tomorrow as well on Dubs TV from the Senior 1 and the Senior 2 Championship. The Senior 1 clash of St Jude's and Ballyboden St Enda's live from 4. It's Naomh Olaf against Fingollians in the Senior 2 semi-final from 2. And both of those matches will be live for you on Dubs TV. But we'll sign off from Parnell Park here tonight. It finished all square after normal time. It finished 2-11 to Kilmacud Crokes, 1-14 to Raheny. It finished 2-15 apiece after extra time. But Kilmacud Crokes progress after a 5-4 win on penalties. Do enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening.